After 50, you're not building muscle. You're fighting muscle loss. And the fight is rigged in 3 ways. You lose strength faster, you recover slower, and you waste months doing the exact fitness advice that works for 25-year-olds. That's why 2 men can do the same workouts for 12 weeks. One looks younger, one looks older. Same effort, opposite result. In this video, I'll show you the 3-step system to build and save muscle after 50 without wrecking your joints, without living in the gym, and without guessing. And the 3rd step is the one that decides if your progress lasts or disappears in a month. The enemy is not time. The enemy is silent muscle loss. It starts in the background. You don't feel it in 1 week. You feel it in 3 places over time. First, your strength drops, then your recovery slows, then your body composition shifts even if the scale stays the same. Most men react the wrong way. They panic train, they add volume, they chase sweat, they burn calories. That works when you're 25. After 50, it often backfires because muscle after 50 is not built by more. It's built by the right signal. And that signal comes from 3 pillars: training, protein, recovery. Miss one and the other 2 get wasted. I've seen this play out with men who are disciplined. They don't skip. They don't quit. They still lose muscle because they're doing the wrong plan perfectly. So let's fix the plan. Step 1. Train for signal, not soreness. If you want muscle after 50, you need the growth signal, not fatigue, not sweat, not feeling destroyed. The growth signal is progressive tension. That means 3 rules: heavy enough to challenge you, clean enough to protect your joints, consistent enough to progress. Here is the simplest structure that works. 3 days per week, full body, upper or lower. Big movements first, then accessories, then you leave. You don't need 90 minutes, you need the right reps. The target is usually the middle zone. Not max singles, not endless high reps. Think controlled sets where the last few reps are hard but form stays solid. And you stop 1 rep before your technique breaks. That 1 rule saves joints. And it preserves progress. Most men think the best exercise is the one that burns. After 50, the best exercise is the one you can repeat for the next 12 months. Because consistency beats intensity now, but training is only 1/3. If your body doesn't have building material, it will not build. Step 2. Protein becomes non-negotiable. After 50, your body becomes less sensitive to protein signals. So the old "a little chicken at dinner" plan stops working. You need enough, and you need it spread out. 3 protein hits per day. Breakfast, lunch, dinner. That is the pattern that helps older men most. Each meal should have a real protein anchor, not a snack, not a shake only. Real food first. Then use shakes to fill gaps. If you don't do this, your training becomes a withdrawal. You stress the muscle, then you fail to rebuild it, then you repeat. That is how men train for months and look worse. The biggest muscle loss diet mistake after 50 is not sugar. It is cutting calories too hard while training harder. That combo burns fat and muscle together. So if you want to get leaner, do it slowly. Protect protein first, protect training second, then adjust calories. Now, the 3rd pillar decides everything. Because if you train right and eat right, but you recover wrong, you still lose. Step 3. Recovery is your growth engine. Older men don't lose because they're weak. They lose because they don't recover. Recovery is where muscle is saved. Recovery is where hormones stabilize. Recovery is where inflammation drops. 3 recovery levers matter most: sleep, walking, stress control. Sleep is the big one. If you sleep poorly, your training becomes more damaging. Your hunger goes up, your cravings spike, your motivation drops. Then you start making small choices that compound. Less training quality, more junk food, more sitting, more stiffness. That is the spiral. The fix is boring, but powerful. Same bedtime most nights, cool dark room, no late heavy meals, no screens right before bed. And if you wake up tired every day, you take it seriously. Because sleep is not comfort, it's hormones. Most men believe the answer is more workouts. But the fastest muscle transformation after 50 often comes from the opposite. Fewer workouts, better recovery. So now you understand the system, but there's still one mistake that ruins everything, even when men do all 3 steps. The mistake is training like you're still 30. Too much volume, too many exercises, too many days, too much cardio layered on top. That drives inflammation up, it drives recovery down, and it forces your body into survival mode. You get tired, you get sore, you feel busy, but you don't build. If you fix this one thing, your body often changes quickly, not because you found a secret, because you finally stopped blocking the signal. The goal after 50 is not to win one workout. The goal is to win 100 workouts in a row. That's how you build muscle. That's how you keep it. 3 strength sessions per week, 2 to 5 short walks per week, protein at 3 meals per day, sleep is the priority. That's the foundation. And you keep it simple long enough to let it work. Because men don't fail from lack of knowledge. They fail from changing plans too often. They jump from program to program. They never give the body time to adapt. So pick the plan, track a few lifts, track protein, track sleep, then run it for 8 to 12 weeks. That's long enough for real change. After 50, muscle is not about genetics. It's not about luck. It's about signal. Train for tension, eat for building, recover like it matters. Because it does. Your muscle is not just aesthetics, it's strength, it's metabolism, it's independence. And if you build it now, you don't just look younger, you move younger, you live younger,